Luke, congratulations.
Thank you.
Off and running here at the UK and put on the main stage. Just sum it up for us.
Just glad I got over the line in the end because James, he did start to come back, but I didn't worry about it until that last leg. Then I just said to myself, just get it over and done with.
You came here last year as a Riley's qualifier and starting in round one here, obviously not knowing who you're going to play until the draw was done. Was it more difficult this year than last year because you didn't have a starting point?
Not really, I just chilled out today, had a lie in, but like you said, last year was where it all started for me. I picked up my first prize money, $2,500, and then I go and reach the world final and put 200 grand on top of it, so it's just, this is where it all began for myself.
When you look back now, that was your first ranking money that you'd won. I'm guessing you never imagined that you'd be sat here now in the position that you're in.
Not a chance, but obviously I done well on the development tour. That's how I gained my tour card on the World Championship spot. Won the World Youth title there, so I've been here many times to get used to it.
How are you enjoying this ride that you're on at the moment? Obviously the Premier League is now underway. How are you enjoying these huge arenas with thousands of fans and everything that comes with that? It's what I dreamed of, playing in front of thousands week in, week out, and I just take it in my stride, as you know. Obviously it can be difficult with the travelling and whatever. How are you adapting to such a busy schedule right now?
I just know when I'm not going to be home. I know when we're travelling, when we're going to the airport, or when we're setting off for a venue. So even if it's a day off, I'll know I'll use it up and get ready the next day.
You've done so many great things in such a short space of time. You've beaten the very best players in the world, and you're now in that category. Do you believe a TV title is getting closer to Luke Littler?
I've not even thought about that, but I know if my game's there, every game that I do play in, then I don't see why not.
Last one from me. We've seen a change of equipment last night in the Premier League as well. You've gone from the dart that you kind of always used, the successful one. Talk us through why you've changed it up.
I was just practicing at home. Target sent me my new darts, but at first I was throwing 24 gram. I was like, this ain't the right weight, so I changed them, went to the 23s, and I played well last night in my first game and not so well in the second, but yeah, it's just how I feel. I've tried my original darts in practice, but they weren't going well, and they were going well in practice, and so I took them on stage.
Luke, congratulations.
Thank you.
Luke, you've not lost a lot of games in the PDC so far, but James Wade is one of the guys who have beaten you. Is that in your mind headed into this match when you knew that you drew James?
Not really, as the draw was slowly starting to end. We still had Luke, Kezi, myself, but I don't mind who I play.
The person who has beaten you the most is Michael Van Geuren. He's been dumped out of the tournament now by Mensah Sudovic. Does that, when you look at that, do you start thinking, well, there's another big name gone, so maybe I can start to do something even more magical than what I've already done?
Not really. It's not quite like the World Championship where I see my draw, see my quarter of the draw, and I think to myself, I can win that game and then I can win the next. Whereas this, it's an open draw. You can draw anyone next round. And
do you prefer that, or do you prefer to sort of plot out who and when you might face a certain player?
Obviously, I looked at the World Championship draw, I knew who I could play and who I could play the next round. But this is it's even better because whatever name comes out of the hat against me, then I'll be happy to play them.
And with the performances that you've been putting in this year, the people that you've beaten Luke Humphries multiple times, if you could sort of rank the best players in the world, where would you put yourself?
Not even thought about it. I'm just a 17-year-old kid doing what he loves.
Luke, good luck for the rest of the tournament. Thank you.
Thank you.
Luke, you might not have seen, but following the Carabao Cup final at Liverpool, and I know it's not your team, but a few of their top titles were calling the youngsters that came on and won that final for Liverpool, Liverpool's littlers. How does that make you feel, that the impact that you've had not just on darts but sports in general, and you're getting compared to some of the highest paid footballers, sports stars in the world?
I actually watched the final, and the young lads, they're doing well for themselves just like I am, but if they compare themselves to me, then they can do that.
You might not be a Man U fan, obviously the Man U Liverpool rivalry. Do you mind Klopp sort of using you as sort of like as something to aspire to?
I actually woke up and someone said that he mentioned me and compared me to his young lads, So I went online and just watched the video.
Yeah, and how was it? Because obviously Klopp's Liverpool, you're a Man U fan. Is that good for you?
I just watched the video, give it a like, and then I was going on to the next video.
Just another day in the life of lukelittler.
Literally.
Just the final one. After Aspinall won the Premier League night yesterday, he said that you're potentially the best double 10 hitter of all time. You've obviously just played probably the best double 10 hitter of all time. What do you reckon of that statement?
I actually used to just go for 32s, but obviously now I've been hitting a few ball finishes. But if I don't, I'll hit the 25, and then I'll always go 5 double 10 because that's what I like now.
That one, I just want to say that 120 was absolutely outrageous. What was going through your head going for that?
I was saying to myself, if it goes below the wire, obviously I'm going to go bubble. I'm not moving over. I'm just going to keep my rhythm going, and then if it does land on the top wire, then try and fit it in.
Thank you very much, Luke. Congratulations.